All right, all right. Welcome, welcome to our 9-day event starting this Monday and finishing next Thursday. Why Thursday? Because on Friday, I'm taking my daughter to the first competition of the season in her dance. So we're doing 9 days of Master Your Business, Master Your Life Coachathon. And before we start day one, I do want to check the tech, make sure that you're seeing me. And I'm getting some questions. Where is the class taking place? In the Facebook group. Here we are. We want to go. I want to make sure everybody joins. Say hello. Let me know if you're watching that you can see me. Put that in the comments. I want to make sure that I'm not just talking to myself. I know when we did the one good habit challenge, everything worked fine. So I'm following the same process. There you are. Hi, Tina, welcome. All right. I can see your comment. That's great. So I want to tell you how it's going to work. So every day, Monday to Friday this week and Monday to Thursday next week, I'm going to go live at 1:30 p.m. for about 30 minutes. And the idea is for you to really experience the power of coaching. You know, of course, I'm a coach and I can be biased, but I truly believe that coaching is the best and fastest way to get you where you are to where you want to be, any results you want to create in your life. Now, of course, I'm a business coach. I help my clients grow businesses, but I also teach them how to become high performing and confident leaders in their business. And those skills, the leadership skills, help you in your personal life as well. That's why the topic of this Coachathon is Master Your Business, Master Your Life, because I truly believe is the way we do one thing is the way we do everything. And when you learn how to be the leader of your business by first leading yourself, it will reflect positively in your personal life. Okay, so that's the whole concept. So then every day I have a topic that I prepared. So this one is sort of a little bit of repeat from one of the networking event I was co-running because I thought it was a good, quick presentation that I would love as many of you to see and benefit from as possible. But the main idea for me is to be here to help you. So answer any question, coach you on any challenges you have in your business, whether they're related to the topic I'm talking about on that day or not. Because every day we'll have a little bit different topic, but I will coach you on anything. Okay. So let me know if that is clear and then that sounds well. Let's get some conversations going in the chat, because I actually can't see the way I'm presenting how many people are watching and who's there unless you send me a note in the chat. So let me know. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for joining. Sounds good. All right, great. Okay, so maybe you already have something that you want to coach on, that you have questions. So start typing up in the chat. And then what I will do, I will start talking. That will be about 10 minutes. It's not a long thing. I will start talking about building wealth through business relationships, because again, there are, as when you build relationships, building a relationship is human in business or in personal life is very similar. Now there's differences, especially when we build like romantic relationship from a business relationship. I think business relationships might be faster to do and, you know, involve less emotion, like involve emotions, but different emotions. But there are certain things that are very similar. Hi, Sasha, thanks for joining. So what I want to start with is that building relationships takes certain time, right? It's not something that you say hi to somebody, you send them a DM, a message, and out of the blue, they know you, they like you, they trust you, they want to buy and give you their money through one message, right? That's not going to happen. Or rarely, never, I never say never, so I never, exclude possibilities of something out of ordinary happening. But normally on a, majority of time, building relationship takes certain time, faster or sooner, and I will talk about it in a second. But think about it this way, that, there are certain stages, and when you try to skip stages of building relationship, when you started get to, let's say, a sale without building some know, like, and trust factor with your potential client, they will feel repelled and sort of violated in a sense when you skip those stages, because they haven't had time and space to trust you, to get to know you, and so on. It's kind of the same, like maybe you've been to a date with someone and then they tried too fast to move forward, whether it's to kiss you, hold your hand, or I don't know, marry you or whatever, right? When the other person goes too fast, what do? You go back. You're like, oh my God, you're going too fast, slow down. It's the same in business. And sometimes we forget that that's the case, especially when we are trying to build those relationships through social media, like Instagram or messaging and so on. We just think that like magically social media takes away that process and we can just do one post or send one message and people are supposed to buy. Okay, that's something I will be talking about more in the newest webinar that I'm going to run in April on how to sign clients consistently. So if you want to know more about the marketing and sales aspect of building a relationship, sign up for that. Or let me know if you want to sign up. I'll give you the link. So now there are different people need different amount of time to build a relationship. And in terms of business and customers, those people are sort of divided into 5 groups. So again, relationship in business, you're building know, like, and trust, right? You do want your clients ultimately to love you in a sense where they're really becoming your fans and love what you're all about in brand. So you have that brand sort of loyalty, but that takes a little bit longer. So in the beginning, if they like you, that's enough, okay? They don't need to love you to buy, but when they love you, they stay and they buy over and over and over, and they refer others and so on and so forth, okay? But when you look at those 5 groups, the first one is innovators. Okay, those people are only about 2.5% of, let's say, your potential best clientele, but those people go through those stages very fast. They don't need a lot of testimonials. They just like you. They instantly, maybe they could potentially buy from you through one post, right? Or just checking you out on social media or looking at your website and not even needing talking to you, depending on what you offer, but having one conversation with you and they're like, yep, I want to buy, right? But if you look, that's a very small number. Now, there are great clients because in the beginning, when you don't have a lot of social proof, when you're starting your business, you don't have a lot of testimonials or even a big network, then those people become your first clients and create that a little bit of attraction, right? Then the next group is the early adopters. So this is a bigger group, 13.5. They need a little bit more time, but again, as in terms of liking and trusting, a little bit of consistency, some testimonials from the innovators, and they will be, as long as they see that you can create value for them, that you have something what they want and need, you can help them achieve their goals or, overcome their challenges, they'll buy. And that's how you start like growing your business, right? Then in order to really grow and scale to the size that you're dreaming of, you need these guys. You need the early majority and you need the late majority. Okay, these consist each of this group together over 60 or 68%, right? You're a third of your clientele in your business. And those guys don't buy until they really see that you're there for them, that your consistency is very important because of that. And we'll talk about it, not just to beat the algorithm, but really to build the relationship. They need a little bit, they need also social proof. These guys more than the early majority, right? They need testimonials and so on. They need to see that you're there for real, that your offer delivers real results and so on. So they need that warm up. But once they come on board, your business flourishes, right? And then you have the laggards. Well, when the laggards, I always think about my dad. My dad, in terms of like technology or anything, my dad belongs to this group, or like never get on board. But sometimes he does if the technology is something that helps him and, needs him. But those people, they will come on board, but very late or never. But that's okay. You don't necessarily think about them when you market your business, and you don't necessarily talk to them. They will just come on board as, you sell. Okay. So I wanted to give you that visual so you can understand the importance of really committing to building the relationships and seeing the value in being consistent and persisting when sometimes it feels hard and sometimes it feels like whether it's your posting or your networking or whatever you do to market your business, that it's like not creating results. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about like 3 foundations to successful relationships. And that definitely will help you in your personal life as well. So first is authenticity, right? So being yourself, it grows that know and like, so people get to know you for who you are and get to like you for who you are, not a representation of somebody you want to be, because maybe you're looking at others in your industry that are very successful and you're thinking like, oh my God, I should be doing what they're doing. I should be sounding like they are, or I should be like them, so then people come to me. Because when you do that, you actually attract their worst customers, because the best one stays with them, right? Their worst customers and not your best customers. So who you are based on you as a human and your values and what you stand for, but also you as a business owner, and depending if you deliver the service or even the product, right? What you stand for in that product, why are you offering that, and so on. You want to find your voice, meaning who you are and how you show up in your marketing and in presenting yourself to your clients. I call it diamond effect. Those of you who know me, right? My podcast, my coaching program, I call it a diamond effect. So when you find your voice, your uniqueness, you're clear on it, and you can clearly communicate it, then people will get attracted to it. They will want what you offer, just like everybody wants diamonds. Okay, diamonds don't need to convince anybody to like them and want them. People just want them, right? They shine and attract. So clear messaging is important, because when you find your voice and you know how you want to present yourself, it also has to be in a language, right, that your client understands. It needs to be clear and doable for them. And then some of it comes visually, right? So again, when you create graphics on social media or create any type of documents and so on, you want it to be coherent. You don't want to have like a million different colors, or you don't want to pick certain visuals, branding that don't resonate with you, that you don't like, but you only think, oh, because it's going to work. You want to have that happy medium, right? You want to have something that represents you and something that's, of course, relevant to your ideal client. All right. So that's authenticity. And I cannot stress enough how important it is. And again, I will give you like a dating example. So imagine, you have this you're trying to find your ideal partner and you're going on a dating app and you're picking the partner based on their profile, right? So there's the picture, whatever they wrote and so on. And it's like, you're like, oh my God, I found my soulmate. And then you end up meeting the person and it's like the photo was completely different or wrong. Whatever they said there is for you, for what they thought the ideal partner will want to hear, not who they are. And then there's this clash of expectation, right? You come to the meeting, to the first date, expecting this one person, and you're meeting completely somebody different, right? It's such a disappointment that happens. Your expectations are flattened and you have like the buyer's remorse. That's what happens for your client when you're not authentic, when you market your business, when you don't find your voice, when you don't understand your brand, and so on. Okay, so the second foundation is leading with value. When you come from being of service, focused on how you can serve best your clients rather than, oh, I want so many sales, I want to make so much money and so on. Okay, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't tell my clients to set money goals, I do, but it's, you set them and you track them and so on. But when you market, when you business, when you're out there meeting people, you focus on service, not on making money and making sales. So when you come from that, it truly creates and bonds like the connection. It cements that trust. And your client starts loving you, not only liking what you have to say, they might like you already from some messaging and what you say and so on, but when they see that you truly have their best interest at heart, and when you deliver that, because lead with value, it really also is you building relationship. It's not just getting a client, it's also when you service them, when they become your client, that relationship continues and you need to cement it, right? You start dating, then you get married, you still need to take care of the relationship for the marriage to be happy and long, right? You don't just abandon the relationship. So, yep, it's done, I don't have to do it. And then, so that's how you create the fan base, right? They stay, they buy more, they refer others, all right? Then the third part is that consistency that I talked about. In authenticity, in leading with value, in being there for your clients, right? And that truly creates like unwavering trust, and that allows you to scale. Because as we learned in the beginning, you have all those different types of customers that need different amounts of time to get to know you, to like you and trust you. So you're able to reach them all when you're consistent, okay? Cements trust. It shows professionalism. It shows you have a real professional business that's there to serve, and not, oh, I started a business to quickly get rich and then get out, get the hell out. No, I started my business because I'm professional, yes, but I'm passionate about what I'm doing. I'm passionate about the impact and mission of my business, and I want to do it long term. And I'm committed to it no matter what, right? You stay on top of mind for your clients this way as well, okay? So that's a little start for today in building relationships. And I really want you to think it through. And if you can, look at your business right now and where you are with authenticity and leading with value, like truly being of service in every stage of your customer journey with you, meaning how are you meeting them, how are you selling to them, how are you servicing them, even if they leave, how is that relationship going and so on. And then, am I consistent? And by consistent, I don't mean posting on social media 30 times a day and, overwhelming yourself with it. By consistent, I mean, whatever you decide you want to do, kind of sticking with it, and not, for example, being on, let's just say you decided to market your business through some social media, So then being on that platform for whatever, 30 days every day or multiple times a day, but then exhausting yourself to the point where you need 2 months break. And then your clients don't hear anything from you for 2 months because you needed a break, right? It's better to pace yourself to grow, to be present sustainably. And again, I'm not saying you don't take vacation and don't rest. That's not what I'm saying. But how can you do it in a more sustainable way? So then you build momentum. And when that momentum is there, you don't fall off the face of the earth. Your clients, when they're ready, they can buy from you. Okay. All right. Awesome. So yes, now I'm ready to coach you. I'm here to really answer any questions, whether it's, about anything that we talked about right now, or whether there is anything that you're, have in your business that you want to brainstorm about, or maybe any challenges that you have. Let me know. Time for questions and coaching. I can only help you specifically with your challenges if you're going to tell me what they are. How about Shelly, Tina, Sasha? Any questions? And one more thing, I want to say that during the webinar, during the webinar in April, how to sign clients consistently without ads or DMs, I will talk about consistency, and I kind of broke it down into a formula that I want to share with you, as to, how to be consistent. Okay, Tina, for someone starting my coaching business, what will you advise to be the starting with clients? Should just start free. You can. So there is, and I did that in the beginning when I started. I offered a little bit of my services for free to help people. So I feel good that I'm coaching, get the testimonials, and also build my confidence even as a coach in my own business. Because personally, I've been coaching people, but it was in the corporate world, so it's a different container, right? Different thing. And it seemed different for me to coach clients, right? It wasn't as different as I thought it would be, but in the beginning, when you're scared, you're starting the business, it seems so much different. So I offered that, and I did that. I know that even a lot of coaching schools and so on, they suggest that to their students. So you could, and it doesn't have to be, Tina, like a full program that you would normally coach your clients on, right? It could be some sort of a shorter version of the program. So let's just say, I don't know what you want to offer, but let's just say if you wanted to normally offer 12-week program, maybe you'll coach somebody for 6 weeks, right? Or maybe 4 weeks. Or another option is to offer a discount, right? So for even a discount, or charge less than what you will charge, down the line with more experience and more testimonials and so on, when you would, start with a price that you're confident now in, even though it might be lower than, some other coaches to charge. So you can do 2 options. You can do, just a certain amount of people for a very specific amount of time, saying, hey, I'm going to help 4 people for 6 weeks, right? Whether it's in a group or one-to-one, whatever, for free. This way, it gets you started. You get testimonials after 6 weeks. Maybe some of those people could potentially, resign. It's possible, right? And become your paid clients, but don't count on it like 100% that everybody will sign, right? Because when you make an offer for free, people come into that mindset, they'll have that and then they'll go. Some might want to continue, but make it from the mindset of, hey, I just want to help people. I want to coach. I want to get some experience under my belt. I want to get some testimonials. So I'm going to offer, this amount of people for this amount of time. And that's a great start. I did that, right? I did some version of that. I don't remember exactly what I did and how many people I helped, but I did that in the beginning for me. That's a good question. Perfect. Any other questions? And think also about this way, that sometimes we're so scared of give the value and saying, well, I don't want to give for free. I'm going to get, taken advantage of and so on. Know that you're in charge of setting the boundaries and setting the container that you feel good about. And if you decide on that, then nobody's taking advantage of you because you decided that, right? And also, you never know where those people, they also have networks, right? And even though they might not become your paying clients afterwards, but they might love your services so much that they refer other people to you that you're going to charge. So the thing with, leading with value is that when you do something really from that place of service and you don't necessarily expect anything in return right away, like you don't have that expectancy that, oh, I'm going to write a great post and I'm going to deliver a lot of value via email. Therefore, I'm expecting 5 clients to come through it, right? When you don't have that expectancy, you never know how that value can return to you. And I can guarantee it might not be right this moment. It might not be directly from the person who read the email and so on, but it will. Whether because it affected them and they told somebody else about it and so on, it's just you put it out there and it comes back. Any other questions? We have a few minutes. I can stay. This Coachathon is really for me to give you up and for me to show anybody who wants to see how valuable coaching is and how you're setting yourself up for success when you get help. When you get help, not only with perspective, but with developing the skills that you need to grow your business, with helping you manage your mind and bringing you back into like high value thinking, staying in possibility, staying in belief that the more actions you take from that place, the faster your business grows. And we all know that being entrepreneur, it is of a lot of emotional roller coaster where, one day we feel great and we feel like we want to take the world, right? And we do some amazing actions. And then the next day we don't feel that great. And then we lose half a day trying to dig ourselves out of it, right? So when you have a coach that can support you on a regular basis, you'll have that 9 days for the next 2 weeks. You can see how helpful it is and how much time you're saving and how much better of actions you take because, again, your mindset is in a different place as well. Any other questions? I want to make sure I don't miss anything. see. Any questions? Shelly, do you have any questions? Or Sasha? Gina, so where are you? When are you starting? I wanted to know, when are you starting your offering your services? Sometimes I feel like there might be a delay in the notes or in the comments. Okay. I'll wait a couple more minutes. If there's no other questions, then tomorrow at the same time, 1:30, I'll go live as usual to help you. And think about, just because it helps when you come to the calls or to the Coachathon with either not specific problems, like don't think about coaching like me just telling you, I don't know, how to do reels step by step. Yes, I can do that, but it's not great on live. I don't have coach showing you phone and so on. Think about more, challenges that you have in terms of mindset or in terms of strategy or in terms of like whatever, as you go through the week, whatever challenge, when you're asking yourself a question and you don't know the answer to, or you want to do something and somehow you procrastinate, you don't know why, or you should be doing this but you're resorting to something else. Those are the great things to come with that I can help you with. Okay, but I can see, okay, Tina, you started, you're doing it free for different groups. Okay, that's great. That's great. Just make sure you have a certain container and end in the beginning and things like that. And that's awesome. Okay, Monique, you have women's fitness line. Okay. But I don't know, Monique, if you've sent a question. If you have, I can't see it yet. So maybe type it up again. And if I missed anything, I will go to the comments after this live to make sure that, if I see a question that maybe I can't see here now, I'll answer it just by responding to your question. So I'll do that too every day because I don't want to miss anything and I'm not sure how effective the comments are when I'm live. I guess we'll see. So do you have any questions, Monique, in terms of your business? All right. Okay. So thank you, ladies, for coming. Tomorrow, same time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll talk a little bit about another topic, but most of all, I will be here to help you answer questions and just help you progress in your business for the next couple of weeks. So again, thank you so much for joining and see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.